In the distant and dangerous lands of the Border Princes, Rutgar the Younger, son of Count Wilhelm of Wissenland, marches at the head of a mighty expedition. Accompanying him are veteran soldiers, settlers, masons and merchants, all eager for a share in the young nobleman's righteous endeavour to carve out his own fiefdom. This is where my uncle Frederic besieged the Orc warlord in his stronghold and vanquished him. Sigmar has led us here, so it is here we shall build our stronghold. But this will be no easy task. For though the Orc and Goblin tribes are scattered, this land is more than a barren wasteland. It is hallowed ground. Skulking unseen amongst the stunted trees, hundreds of red eyes watch Rutgar and his retinue, biding their time, awaiting the coming of darkness. Welcome to Tabletop Tactics and this very exciting game. James, we have returned to the old world.
Yes, it's like a glorious coat. You know, you haven't put a coat on over the winter, then like over the summer months, you get back to the winter, it's like,
oh yeah. I have many coats. It always fills me with joy, the changing of the seasons.
Now, we're doing a special little mission today. We're doing a narrative scenario that you have plucked out of like White Dwarf history.
Well, it was a supplement made in 1997 called The Idol of Mork, or Bork, I can't remember, written by Nigel Stillman.
Very exciting.
And this is the opening scenario. So you heard the little intro there. Basically, James, you're kind of marshalling Rutgar's forces, and they've discovered something rather strange and terrible, rather eldritch, in the centre of the board.
And it's killed one of my workmen.
It has. The idol has fallen on top of the workman.
And crushed to half.
Yes. The no accident sign has gone up to one day. And you've sent someone off to Altdorf to get some experts, to get some wizards and see what's going on. So all workers stop. Meanwhile, darkness has fallen.
It's nighttime.
It's nighttime. But envious and cunning eyes have been watching this whole thing, and a massive contingent of Night Goblins has stepped forth.
What do the Night Goblins bring?
Well, they bring this is Odgit. Odgit himself. I realise that is actually a unit type.
Yes.
But he is Odgit.
The Odgit.
The original Odgit. And he, unbeknownst to his fellows, he wants to creep into the middle of the board and steal something for the dig site to give to a Orc war boss. So it's quite exciting. But as far as these guys are concerned, they just want to go and loot and pillage. The general is Madcap. There he is. He's got Madcap because he's got mushrooms growing out of his head. He's completely bonkers. And he's with 30 goblins with spears.
Nice.
And then we have 20 Night Goblins with bows and arrows, short bows. Then we have Odgit himself. He's kind of going out alone. I should mention that he has Vindictive Glare and Evil's Sun shining. Ooh. So he's a bit of a wizard. Then we have another block of 30 spearmen. And then, oh, my pride and joy, I love these guys so much. The Squig hoppers bouncing along. I've only just painted them up, so I'm excited to see what they can do with their big gobs.
Now, arrayed against these Night Goblins is the mighty Manfred von Bock.
Von Bock, solid as a rock!
Expect lots of chanting today. He is a captain of the Empire. He has been sent here to maintain this dig site and make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yes.
And wrong it has gone. We've already lost a halfling to a collapse, but he is in charge of a whole 40-man brick of halberdiers. So they are veteran state troops with the halberds. They have light armour, and they will be defending this dig site. Alongside him, he does have some artillery. What good Empire camp doesn't have a Hellblaster volley gun with an engineer? Now, the workmen themselves, the 10 halflings, their 11th man was crushed by this idol, so they are here with vengeance in their hearts and their bows to protect their dig site. We then have some crossbowmen of the Empire and some more missile troops in the form of some bowmen, and then I imagine doing a march around the dig site. Now it's all collapsed and we're worried about what this glowing eldritch horror is. We do have some veteran state troopers with their hand weapons, light armour and shields.
Yes.
And now they are going to have to face down against these horrible Night Goblins.
Indeed. So dear viewer, you might be wondering why those swordsmen are at the front, outside of the deployment zone. So the special rule is that they're allowed to be guarding that dig site. And another universal special rule, there are a few, but they're mainly for flavour. But your shooting is going to be severely impeded because it is midnight.
Oh, okay.
There's a blanket of darkness. It might get lighter as the game goes on, but you're going to be reduced.
And that does mean you're going first as well.
And I'm going first as well. And I can see in the dark really well.
Okay, so without further ado then, your Night Goblins shall proceed into the first turn.
Yes, let's go, lads!
It's time for an exciting announcement as our exclusive limited run merchandise has just dropped in our store. Available for 1 week only from the 1st of February till the 7th of February, you can get your hands on our all new ivory marble dice to cast upon the fields of battle, as well as our exclusive merchandise to celebrate the opening of our events hall. The dice, the t-shirt, and the hoodie are available for 1 week only. As well as these limited items, we also have some new gaming tokens available for general release. They are crafted out of solid metal. They make for great objective markers, command point tokens, or you can just flick them like a cool guy. So don't delay, head over to the shop on the website or app and pick up your new TT swag right now.
And so it begins. Madcap, who in the strategy phase failed to cast Evil Sun Shining, just moves up 4 inches here. Whilst meanwhile behind him, this block of 30 spearmen, they wheel 1 inch and then move forward to screen him. And my Squig hoppers, emerging from the gloom, bounce 7 inches forward. It's a random movement for these guys. Off they go. With my movement concluded, it's time for some shooting. So, Madcap. He hasn't lived this long without using a little bit of his noggin. He's going to stand firm with his spearman. There may or may not be some fanatics lurking in there, but we'll see. I'm not going to loose them yet. We move on to my short bows.
Okay.
I'm going to loose a volley into your veteran swordsman.
Now you don't care about the knights, do you?
I don't care about the knight, but I do care that I'm at long range. So I'm hitting on 6s. Now I've got some great news here. In Mr. Stillman's rules,
yes.
in this campaign, I get to re-roll all my hits.
Okay.
That was very generous of him.
It was very generous of him.
Playing the rules. It doesn't make any difference at all. I love that. You read that and you think, that's really powerful.
That's really powerful, but I'm still hitting you on 6s.
Yeah. I'm wounding you on 4s.
4s indeed, yes. I am a regularly.
And I wound you once! No AP, you've got some armour. Oh! Right in the eye!
You've immediately you killed a man!
Yes, first blood. I've got one last thing to do. As Odgit yeets it over to the dig site, he turns and fixes one of the sorcerers with a vindictive glare. Yeah. Let's see if he's that vindictive. 6, yes, he's a level 3, so it goes off. Ooh. And on a 2 up, one of your... no!
Yes! Sigmar smiles upon me!
He's made of stern stuff. Well, Von Bock. That is my turn. Being a little bit cagey on this right flank.
You've woken us up.
I have woken you up, but I want you to come forwards because then I can loose some fanatics. My Squig hoppers didn't go that far forward, and they're about to bear the brunt of a volley gun.
Yeah, they might do.
But fortunately, under the cover of darkness, I'm hopeful they will endure. Over to you, son of Sigmar.
Forget my secret weapon, the pigeon bomb. Seeing the dreaded Night Goblins emerge from the forest, the veteran state troopers press forward towards them, ready to cleave some heads. The Empire archers, being skirmishers, hurry over this way to see if they can pelt some goblins with arrows of their own. Keen to gain a better vantage point, the crossbowmen march forward towards the central hill. Scored to the swelling chorus of Von Bock's chant, Von Bock, he's solid as a rock. The spearmen advance towards the cavalry. Another skirmishing unit of halfling archers, they are Empire archers, but they're little fellas today, move up to fire some arrows at Squig hog bounders. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
The return of the pigeon bomb.
Oh no!
See what happens. This is from an engineer. Instead of shooting his long rifle, which is probably more wise, I'm going to allow the pigeon to take flight into the night and hopefully destroy lots of Squig hoppers.
My meatballs.
It's a 3. Now, It might sound exciting, but what happens, you see, is the
Yes.
pigeon decides to fly away home.
Born free.
So it decides quite wisely. The pigeon sets off towards a distant horizon, and the bomb, unfortunately, has no effect.
Have you got any more?
I do have multiple
You have
pigeons.
more pigeons, okay,
but
good.
what I have importantly now is a Hellblaster volley gun. Well, after the brilliant display of the pigeon, it's time for the Hellblaster volley gun. I have unfortunately rolled a misfire. Just the one misfire, so we'll incur an additional -1 to hit.
Yeah.
But it's 10 shots.
10
Hitting on
shots.
6s because it's night time.
Oh, there's one.
There's a hit. Prepare for death. I do kill one. I kill one of your squig hoppers. They've been cut down by the Hellblaster
Blasted
volley
off
gun.
his mount.
Yes. Having moved and it being night time did make it quite difficult for the Empire archers to hit their mark, so they have done precisely nothing to the Goblin spearmen. Far more success on this side of the battlefield, owing to the unique rule in the mission pack. These halflings have eaten their carrots, so can see in the dark, killing a squig hopper. That is my turn. I'm very happy with having killed 2 squig hoppers.
Yes.
And I love that there is a special rule, which is why I've taken halfling flavours of Empire Archers, that because they eat their carrots, they can see in the dark. It's very silly, but I do like it in Old World. I like it a lot. Now, it was an okay turn. Your Oddgit is trying to get and steal the relic in the centre, so I need to try and put a stop to that.
Yes.
But you are now going to be able to meet my ranks in battle. We'll have to see what happens.
Release the Fanatics! Yeah! Here come these madmen. Right, so they are going to do a compulsory move. There we go. Okay, so big 10 for this one.
Oh my
Straight
goodness!
through the other side of that unit. And this guy, he rolls an 8, goes straight onto the other side. I mean, they're just careening through this unit of swordsmen.
Oh, this isn't good.
And a 4, he doesn't quite make it.
He's a little bit
Oh
less
no, he's
aggressive.
just short. There he is. Okay, let's see how much damage.
Oh
There's
no.
this D6 strength 5 hits. So
For each of them?
yeah, so this first one here, he does 5. Okay.
My goodness.
Right, so this would be 2s to kill, basically. Oh my goodness, that's 5 swordsmen are just brained. And the second one rolls a 4.
Oh, this isn't looking good for these
pretty-
veteran
it's pretty
swordsmen.
good. 5. Oh!
Okay, only 2 there.
So 7
7!
are absolutely pulverized by these
Absolutely
maniacs.
brutal. Amazing.
Meanwhile, Oddgit did manage to get Evil Sun Shining off on my bowmen, so they'll be getting +1 to their armor piercing. Ooh. It's squig hopping time. 3d6. Oh no! That's such a disaster! I was going to charge into your halberds. Oh no, that's terrible. Maybe there's like a badger warren or something, and they trip over themselves. That
There it is.
Utterly,
Look at them go.
Utterly feeble. Oh, unprecedented. The spearmen, seeing that disaster, nervously wheel this way, whilst Oddgit makes use of the diversion and scurries up onto this hill and starts rooting through the rocks in search of something. Time for the shooting phase. With the evil sun shining, my short bows are going to loose into your beleaguered swordsmen.
This gives you AP as well.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's a bit better.
This is not ideal.
That's a bit better. I do re-roll these as well because thank you very much.
Because you've got mega carrot eyes.
Oh, actually, yes, I am at long range as well. So
Yeah, you could get rid of some of
I was
those.
getting a bit
Thank you
excited.
very much.
I was getting a little bit excited there. Okay,
It's still pretty good.
it's still very good. I do need 4s though,
Okay,
but these will be pretty killing.
Hold strong.
That's 3 at
Three.
AP1. So
Okay.
you've got
Okay.
your
3 more are cut down. They're having a terrible night, these guys. They've been fanatic, they've been shot with arrows.
This is great. I've just remembered that it was a badger set, not a warren. But that,
For a minute there, you look quite foolish.
I know, what an absolute plum. But unfortunately, speaking of plums, my 10, well, not 10 anymore, you've killed 2 of them, haven't you? My 8 squig hoppers are out in the wind with one buck. One buck, solid as a rock, ready to
Helmets
down,
men!
Enjoying today's video? Here's a quick look at what we've released this week for our on-demand members. These videos join a huge library of exclusive content that grows every week for our on-demand community. If you want instant access to all of these videos and more, head over to table.tactics.tv or download our app and sign up today. Thanks for watching. Now let's head back to the battle.
Now it is my turn, but you have something to do first.
I do. I have some fanatics that need moving around. Right, these guys are going to move randomly, causing untold destruction. So this guy first.
Oh, he's got a very spiky flail.
I do love a scatter dice. Here we go. Oh!
Only 2 though?
Oh, it gets worse. That's a double. So the rope wraps around his neck and he's dead.
Oh, wow!
Yeah. So
Incredible.
That's rather fun. Okay. Oh dear, I just knocked over Madcap. Right, the next one. This guy. Where does he go? Oh, 7. Oh, that looks good. Is he going to smash into those bowmen?
I think he will. Oh no, this is not good for me. It goes through them. Oh no.
Well, let's see how much damage he does to them. So it's D6 damage.
Crikey.
So that's 5, 3, 4, 5. That's
4 just turned to a taste.
Baff! Oh. And this last guy, who is a little bit danger close to Madcap, he is going to go. Oh, it's another double. It's another double. He's dead as well.
Well, actually, despite the devastation wrought to my bowman, the dead fanatic has been quite fortunate.
The way is clear.
The way is clear. So the veteran troopers are going to make a charge. Oh, they will with the 5. That'll be able to move them in. I'll move them in just a moment. And then, Von Bock, solid as a rock. That badger's set was actually a trap, you see. They can't really fail, but they will. Oh no. Von Bock,
my hoppers,
solid as a rock. Von Bock. Hearing the wicked cackles of Odgit, these crossbowmen move up the hill, with a couple of them potentially being able to loose some arrows. Where is it? The Hellblaster volley gun will start the shooting phase. Yes. And you can see the goblin spearmen.
Only one misfire here.
Only one misfire, so still be 6s to...
Solitary hit.
It will eviscerate a goblin.
Very dead goblin.
Yes. Disaster has struck. Despite shooting at point blank range, not one of the arrows managed to harm the fanatic. I imagine the whirling dervish plinked all of them away with his massive chain weapon. The engineer decided to shoot his long rifle, but missed. I imagine he shot some rocks. And despite having carrot-fueled vision, the halflings can't see through a hill, so they can't see anything either. But 2 of the crossbowmen can draw a bead onto Odgit as he rifles through the dig site. Where is it? It is nighttime. They have moved. Oh, it's close, but it whistles past his little hat. Maybe it makes a hole in his hat.
Maybe it makes a hole in his hat.
And it might be the warning he needs to get out of dodge.
Yes.
But that's enough shooting. It's time to cut you down. It's time.
Von Bock, first to the fray.
Manfred Von Bock, solid as a rock. He has got his halberd. And he's going to try and cut down some of these Squig hoppers. He'll be hitting you on 3s. Oh, Von Bock!
He's gone into the badger set as well.
He does wound you though, so he will kill a rider.
Straight through. So a Squig is laid low. Splat!
Now for the front rank of halberds, because the halberds, they don't get fight in multiple ranks.
Okay.
Just the front rank. Oh, that's not gone very well, Ed.
Hit you on 4s, won't you?
I am hitting you on 4s.
Okay.
Oh dear. Oh, what a disaster!
You only killed 1!
I only killed 1 more, so I only killed 2 total.
This uneven ground. I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to chomp you back now. Okay, so the Squig hoppers themselves, they're going to do a chomp. They've got 2 attacks each. Hit you on 3s.
Oh, no!
Oh, beautiful! No. Oh, beautiful. 2s.
Oh, no!
The strength 5.
The tables have turned.
Oh, it's all of them. That's 7. You got 6 ups.
Oh no! Von Bock. He's tripped over a rock.
It's
not bad.
Right, so 5 die.
5 for dead.
Yeah. Right. The riders themselves. Now, these guys are only weapon skill 2. So we do. You 3 times.
They've done very well.
Yeah, not bad. And strength 3. That's 1 wound, no AP. Oh, we kill another one.
Oh my goodness.
So that's 6 of Von Bock's halberdiers
are cut down. That's not good at all. Even with the ranks and the banner, combat resolution has been failed by the halberdiers, but thanks to Manfred's excellent leadership, we simply give ground.
I was unable to restrain my lusty hoppers, who pursue into the halberds once more.
The veteran state troopers start lopping off heads, but only kill 4 goblins. Turns out charging an angry shield wall of Night Goblins is not the best idea.
And angry they were. They thrust back. The spearmen kill 3 of the troopers, and Madcap powers up, chopping up another 4.
They did subsequently get hammered in combat resolution and are now fleeing 9 inches away. Oh no.
Can I pursue and run them down? Oh, it's an 8! Nearly!
Just
Nearly!
the on their
escaped
tail!
by a whisker.
Well, to put it quite simply, in summary, a complete and utter disaster.
Well, I think the Empire is slightly overconfident, aren't they?
Yeah!
Wow.
I think, to be fair, charging a shield wall of thrusting spears is potentially ill-advised. But come on, Manfred von Bock!
I'm very pleased with my Squig hoppers.
They've done excellent there.
Yes.
These are holding firm because Manfred is solid as a rock and he will have his vengeance upon you in the next combat. Indeed. However, this is all kinds of problems.
But James, I've got some bad news for you.
What's that?
Speaking of problems, I do have some more Fanatics that I'm going to release.
This is quite acceptable. One of them also is still very much alive.
Oh, yes! Right, James.
I can't believe he's still alive.
Prepare to clench. Here we go. The Fanatics phase. Oh no!
No! He's going this way!
A bit of deforestation going on here. Great. But there's more. My Fanatics are now placed here.
Oh, this isn't good.
Ready for something frightful to happen.
Oh no.
Imminently.
Oh.
In the Conjuration phase, Odgit is too busy scrabbling around in the dirt to get any spells off. We move over to the Fanatics, who burst forth out of the ranks of the goblins. The first goblin launches himself 10 inches. Crash of bone and meat. Oh dear, Paul von Bock. The second one. Oh, it's big. Crash.
Oh no.
The third one. Oh, it's the 7th. That's enough, but they will be crashing through the Squig hoppers as well, which is what a goblin would do.
Absolute pandemonium.
The Fanatics are like their own sub-phase.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm absolutely loving it. Right, so I'm going to do my 3d6 damage.
Yeah,
and you're going to do the d6 damage on my Squig hoppers. So here we go. Oh, okay. Lucky.
I've done very well
7. Right, 2s to kill. 2s to kill.
Oh, no.
Bash!
Oh,
so that's 6.
6 are dead.
6 are dead.
Right, so is it 2d6 they go on?
No, it's just one
d6.
d6. Steady yourself.
No, it's the mix.
Okay.
It will be 2s again, right?
You could kill the unit. You could kill the unit. You haven't quite killed the unit. Oh, devastating. Devastating scenes. Get him, lads! Yells Madcap. Their green blood is up, and they run down the Empire swordsman, stab them up real good like. Meanwhile, on my left flank, well, I've killed a lot of Squig hoppers.
You have?
So I've now freed up space for a charge. I'll need a 4 here to wheel and go in. Excellent, it's a 5. We wheel 2, and then 4 to go crash into the halberdier's line.
It'll be your doom.
With a shriek and cackle of triumph, Odgit brandishes something shiny and legs it back towards his lines. Cover me, lads! Yells Odgit. All the short bows loose a volley into the crossbowmen that are cresting the hill. Oh!
And re-roll.
I can re-roll because Mr. Stillman said I could. Mr. Stillman said it was fine. I'm still hitting on 6s though, aren't I?
You are still hitting on 6s, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just pick up all of these then. I'm glad I get to re-roll because otherwise it'll be very sad.
Made a big difference.
Oh, I hit you 4 times.
300% improvement.
Wounds! I wound you 3 times? Or twice?
I think just twice.
Just twice, yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah! I'm going to stick you. I'm going to stick you, Von Bock.
You might well.
Right, it's only front rank because that's how thrusting spears work.
It is.
We're going to hit you.
Oh my goodness.
Hello. Hello.
Oh no.
Oh, it's those special mushrooms we've been
they've
eating.
had a lot of them.
Oh, hello. That's 4 wounds.
AP nothing.
AP nothing.
Hup.
Thrusting spears.
Oh, it's 3 dead.
Oh, spike 3 of them.
Okay, right, we're going to do Manfred von Bock because he has the highest initiative next, and he's going to smash apart your goblins. Okay, this is good.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
It's a good start. I believe it will be 2s. Can I have strength 5? Oh, Manfred von Bock!
Killed another 2.
Kills 2, but you have a Squig rider.
I do.
Oh no. Von Bock may be as solid as a rock, but he might also be as thick as one. Because without killing the Squig hog, it does mean the brutal total of death has come up to 4 for my men. I did, however, kill 2 more Night Goblins in return. I will have to give ground, but being surrounded means I am locked in place with the enemy.
My sneaky plan is paying off.
Good turn.
For once.
Good turn. Now, we did have to double check what happened here, because for a second, if I'd fallen back in good order, I'd be going backwards through the Blender of Doom.
Yes.
Yes. However, I feel there's still time for the blending.
The Blender of Doom is going to happen in your beginning of turn subphase, which is always exciting. Right, Odgit is currently yeeting it back towards the tree line with his precious something. Who knows what it is, but he's very pleased about it. And there's a fantastic distraction occurring elsewhere on the battlefield.
Full on melee.
But now I think we need to see if Von Bock can
battle his way out,
rally the situation, and retrieve victory from the jaws of
the Squig.
Squig Hopper's defeat. The Fanatic phase.
Oh,
we
goodness
start.
me.
Okay, there's potentially lots of damage can be done. This one goes.
Oh no!
I think it just misses the cannon though. He goes.
Oh, hit the engineer!
I think he's just shy.
Oh, he's just showing off.
You lucky devil. The next one.
Oh, that will go through me.
Yeah, that is gonna biff through the halberdiers. This is if they haven't had enough punishment. And then this last guy. Ooh!
I'll go through you as well.
I think it's an 11, isn't it? Oh yeah, you clip me. Crash, crunch. Oh my goodness. Let's not forget about this little fella who swings round and round and round and crashes into the rock, braiding himself. His watch has ended. Okay, let's do the damage over here.
It's still not even my turn.
I'll roll for you. So those Fanatics do 8.
Oh no.
4.
8. Oh, you've got to wound me still.
I've got to wound you.
Okay.
On 2s. So
it's
that's
7.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Right, 1d6 for you, yes?
Yes.
Okay, this is where the hubris of your Fanatics will get you.
Okay, can you get 2 2s?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so
I
too.
pray to...
Oh,
okay,
yes.
I have killed 2 goblins. Well, you've killed 2 goblins.
I did kill 2 goblins. I enjoy doing that.
That seems like a fair trade. Well, basically, this turn boils down to if I can snipe your Odgit with a pigeon.
Yes.
Really? Because if he escapes off the board, you do win.
Excellent.
There's not actually much movement to do in my turn. Now, it is my turn. You've stopped fanatically demolishing my ranks. All of my shooting staying still because they're trying to just hold the line and get their bonuses. There is, however, a pigeon to let loose.
There's another pigeon, is there?
There is another pigeon. It's also conveniently 24 inches exactly away from Odgit. So just as he thinks he's free... Oh, it's the big 6! Frustratingly, he is but a single model, so he would just take a single strength 4 AP 1 hit. It does wound him. He takes a wound, I presume.
What's the AP?
-1.
Yes, I think you've wounded him. He does have 3 wounds.
As he's running away, a pigeon just hits
Yeah,
him in the head.
He's going to have an old war wound now. I reckon if this campaign continues, he'll have 1 fewer wounds because he's got a bit of beak stuck in him.
My men got eviscerated by flying goblins, and my only key to victory is to launch a pigeon at your warlord.
Desperate times.
Oh, it's just so good. Between the halflings and the Empire archers, I did manage to cut down 4 goblin spearmen with very well placed arrows.
Look, arrows.
I can't believe you're doing this.
That's all I can do.
In absence of any other targets, you're firing your volley gun at my Fanatic.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I must protect the halflings and their carrot vision. I have also, for the first time in this game, not rolled a misfire, so I have 18 shots. One of them's off.
Oh, it's a hit!
Oh, it's a hit. It is a hit. It's going up the chart.
Protect the chefs!
It's going to be Christmas #1. That's how much of a hit this is.
Oh, we decided to hit on 4s because it's point blank.
It's point blank.
Yeah.
Nighttime. Oh.
I mean, I think that's fine.
Oh, I think I might have killed him.
Yes.
But I have failed to wound you an awful lot there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yes, you've managed to kill him many times.
Yes.
Okay.
Him and all of his friends.
He just bursts apart and the ball and chain just whistles off into the sunset. Or the moon.
Okay. The sun is nearly over the horizon, but it is still night time.
Yeah.
The crossbowmen have passed their leadership, So they can take shots at Odgit.
Yes.
He's got 2 wounds remaining. 4 of them will be hitting on 5s.
Okay. Oh, they're just whistling past his ear. He's like, oh God, that pigeon really hurt.
The sergeant! He does hit you! The sergeant! He does wound you, I think. And it's got armor bane.
Armor bane. Oh, just go straight through. Oh, poor Odgit.
He's got a wound remaining.
1 wound remaining.
Oh, Odgit, no!
He's in a terrible way.
It's not looking good for the Empire of Man. Your goblin is escaping, and we are trapped in combat. The combat that ceases to end. But it shall end now! Von Bock will unleash his once per battle magic ability from the Ring of Volans, which allows him to use Hammer Hand, which we are now referring to as Hammer's Headbutt.
He's using his head.
As a hand.
That's what his
that's shaped like a
teacher
hammer.
always told him to do. Use your head, Von Bock.
5, 6, 7!
Oh, it goes off.
It goes off.
Oh, nice.
Right,
so it's 2d3.
2d3. You also have a 2d3 hits.
Oh.
Okay.
3, 4.
4. So I will be wounding you here on 3.
Yes.
3s, yes.
Yes. Oh.
Well,
is that AP?
It's AP2.
Okay, so you do kill 1.
Well, that's excellent.
Bash!
And then hopefully he will kill some more in a moment.
The grueling, bloody conflict continues, with my Squig hopper chomping down on a halberdier, cutting him in half before being slain in return.
Von Bock, following on from his mighty, incredibly unimportant headbutt, threw his weapon in the air, doing absolutely nothing because he's a clown. However, I did manage to kill 4 goblins with my halberdiers. However, I still lose combat by 1, and I have rolled terribly on my leadership, so how far do I flee? Oh, okay.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to catch you. No,
I will escape.
Not quite.
Well, with that is my turn.
He's got legs on him, I'll say that.
He's speedy.
Yeah.
Von Bock, he runs away like a rock. So he has managed to escape, so he will hopefully maybe be able to live to fight another day. However, I didn't kill Odgit, and he is now in your turn 4, potentially able to escape.
Well, James, it's my turn 4. I tell you what, I'll spare you the fanatic phase.
Oh, thanks.
Now, because Odgit would then run. He's in a bit of a bad way, but he'd run around here within 3 of this unit, which
means I can't shoot him.
He can't be targeted anymore. And I think with that,
well, you're free to escape.
I'm free to escape in my next turn.
That's all you needed.
So even though none of the goblins are aware of this, I think they've probably felt that they've had a pretty good time of it.
Had a great time.
And they'll all just melt into the shadows once more.
Thank you, sir. What a game.
So much fun. It's so lovely to return to Old World because it's 100% vibes. It's just, we've had I don't know if you can tell at home, but we've had a lot of fun here in the studio today.
What?
Yeah?
Put a brew on, roll a little chat.
Let's talk about it.
Well, Ed, thank you very much for the game.
Thank you.
We have fresh brews.
We do.
I am bruised from the battle. Yeah. Both my ego and my men have been suitably, fanatically beaten.
You've been smashed with some fanatic ball and chain.
Yes, absolutely. A very, very fun game, Mr. Ed. What were some of your highlights, would you say?
Well, I have to say, I think the biggest highlight for me was actually putting the models on the table in the first instance.
These are your goblins.
They are my goblins, indeed. Yes, I started painting them in November, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just crunch time, kind of churning out all of these goblins.
I
did have a little bit of help, however. But you know, I'm a collector of Jameses.
You are a collector of Jameses.
It was another James. Shout out other James. We sat around the kitchen table having brunch, painting lots of goblins. So he helped me out with the big core units, and then it was a real delight to kind of lavish attention on Madcap and the Fanatics.
And he did some business as well.
Oh, Madcap, he's big chopper.
I feel like, those veterans make it into the thrusting spears of the goblins are being whittled away.
They're an interesting army, the goblins.
Butter.
You know, we had a little question about some rules around the Fanatics, and I sort of Googled Fanatics, and there's quite a lot of ire, gnashing of teeth on the internet about Fanatics. I had no idea.
What I quite love about it, though, is I feel it's very old world. I feel like what I really enjoy about old world, same with the pigeon bomb tame and stuff, there's so many things that are just there for the sheer joy of it.
Yeah.
I think there's almost an element of like, you have to show your own self-restraint with some
Yeah,
items,
yeah.
which I know is difficult from a balance perspective, but for just having fun, I think if you're playing a friend, don't take too many Fanatics. They were a highlight of mine. I thought they were absolutely brilliant.
I'm glad you enjoyed them as much as I did.
It's just bombastic carnage. That's what I love about some of the things in Old World.
Speaking of over the top, so Nigel Stillman in the original campaign supplement, he did include a magic item called Madcap Mushrooms, which would actually give my Fanatics an extra D6 of damage. Which,
they have like 2d6 each.
So I showed considerable restraint, not including that. I think that would have been a madcap mushroom too far.
This is also a White Dwarf sort of battle of yesteryear, because I love the stuff like, your halflings can see in the dark because they eat carrots, and you just inexplicably re-roll hits with your archers.
Yeah.
Why not?
But it's just a bit of flavour, isn't it? And something you remarked on about halfway through the game is that you're actually throwing, we're used to throwing buckets of dice on tabletop tactics, aren't we? So in a game like this, you're throwing 8 spears, 6 attacks, all that kind of stuff. It's very reduced, so it feels far more swingy and far more exciting as a result.
The mechanics are definitely built around the dice being a core facet of how it all comes together, and that they help you tell a story.
Yes.
And what a story was told.
What's a story?
So what in theory will happen next?
Well, so there are 4 scenarios in the campaign in total. So what's going to happen is little Odgit over there, he's going to scamper off towards his master, Grotfang, and he's going to take out of his stinky little cloak a shining item called the Crown of Gork.
Amazing.
Now, what this means in game terms is that in the fourth game, the 4th scenario, which I think is the Battle of Rutgar, basically Grotfang will get that as a magic item. So that's the stake. It's just a small little thing, little engagement. I love these style of games where it's actually the stakes are relatively low, but of course they're really high for everyone involved. Like old Von Bock over there, for example.
Well, I always love that as well, as I feel like a lot happened. Obviously, we've lost a whole battalion of veteran state troopers, but the less we say about that, the better. But there is still stuff on the board. It feels like all of this will live to fight another day, and campaigns I feel a bit easier, as I think the total obliteration we sometimes see in sort of modern dice games and stuff, I think does feel quite final. Whereas I like that the imagination is all these archers and the cannon and Von Bock, solid as a rock as he is, will live to fight another day.
Indeed.
Well, thank you very much for the game.
Thank you, James. It was such a pleasure, and I would love to play more Old World.
Yes, we would love to play more Old World.
And paint up some more units as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Night Goblins expanded. And I think what we wanted to do with this sort of like going back to the Old World in that sense, so do it a little bit different, do it a bit more all about sort of the feeling and the soul of Old World, to make it a bit more sort of as you guys might play at home, chatting with your friends and seeing how the game went at the end of the day. So thank you, Mr. Ed Pemberton.
Thank you.
Well, a pleasure as always.
Thank you, Mr. James Jordan.
Thank you. Thank you to our service girl, which was the mighty Joe Pointing. Until next time, if you loved this, please do check out On Demand, where we'll be doing a follow-up game to this one, where I will be taking the Empire and some griffins and some demigriffs against the slaves to darkness, which should be equally bombastic and foolish and fun. And also, if you like this, do like and subscribe, and we'll do more Old World, and hopefully we might do more of these campaigns, which will be very, very exciting indeed.
I'd love to play this whole campaign.
That would be great. I'd love to see that. So if you would like to, please shout in the comments if you'd like to see that. It helps us gauge what you guys want to see. But until next time, thank you very much for joining us today. We have been Tabletop Tactics, and we'll see you guys again very, very soon.